Hello and welcome to the Automotive Flux channel. So today we're going to be doing one of the, well, it is the new adventure, but we're going to be doing a couple of runs. We're just going to go on normal, so it's going to be, computer glitched out for a second. Yeah, we're going on normal. So apparently these guys have it locked down. Let's go hell. There's going to be a lot of button clicking, but you know what, let's do it, we can do it. So I don't have that many items. I've done the run maybe 18-20 times, and I've only beaten Draugr, which is the boss that you'll hopefully see in one of our runs today. I've only beaten him once. So yeah, let's hope that I can do better than that this time with these people. Basically, this game is a massive grind, and if you don't have the pack, there isn't really a purpose to it, which is stupid. One thing I'm not sure about is if I can even redeem the things that I'm getting for chests or actual skins in-game, because as of right now I'm just kind of playing it because I find it to be fun, rather than because it's actually giving me anything good. So let's look at what I have. I have mostly tier 1 items, but I do have a few tier 2s. We're just gonna equip all of them, even Itch of all, yes, on hell, because why not? Let's see. Magical, no, that's physical power.
This will complete the ritual.
I guess this is the build here. Alright. Let's heal up our lads. I've actually played hell in this a few times. This is the build that I've been going with because I haven't gotten anything better. Itch of all on hell is pretty weird because you don't get the power bonus, but you are taking away their power still. The attack speed is basically what I'm using it for, because having consistent damage is really all that matters. Now, the reason why hell is actually okay in this is because you've got extremely good MP5, and I also have an MP5 item, being also being magical protection, and a tier 2, which is lovely. But hell is very good in this, I would say, and I don't mind playing her at all. Also, Kronos, really strong. And I've also played a lot of Ra in this as well. The only time that I ever got past the Draugr guy was... Okay. The only time that I've ever gotten past Draugr was playing... I didn't check to see what items these guys have. Okay, so this guy's got 2 full items, and this guy's got 1 full item, so... That's good. That's good for us. We should be able to pass it. Ooh, barely made it there. So what they're doing here is they're grouping the minions up, basically just to help clear faster. It's a smart idea. Most people do it. There's also another way that you can do that, and that is to get somebody who's fast, like Uller with his Axe Stance 2 activated. Ooh, that hit, nice. And you can run through all the minions and then jump the bridge, and then they'll fall into the wind and die. So you can kill off that entire crowd without actually doing anything if you really want to.
Wait.
I will protect you.
This will complete. Okay.
Yeah, okay, we're just gonna skip that chest. The thing about gold in this game that really bothers me is that you only get like 300 a match, and that's really unfortunate because it takes 4,000 to buy a tier 2 and 6,000 to buy a tier 3, and it's 2,000 to buy a tier 1, so that is really not good. It takes a long time to get any items. I've actually only gotten enough gold to buy 1 tier 1 item, which I shouldn't have done, and 1 tier 2 item in all the 20 times that I've played. And the only other way to get tier 2 items is to beat Draugr, but the only way to beat him is to have a lot of good items. So it's basically just, like I said, it's a big grind. Or you get lucky and you get with people who have a lot of items. Like this guy, this AMC has a lot of items, I would say. Not in comparison to the one time that I have beaten Draugr, who isn't the final boss, by the way. But I had an Amaterasu who had 4 full items in that, and we still had a rough time. Obviously I was raw though. Okay, so this section, if you're not familiar, this is basically the way that you get your tier 1 item, in which you get every run, assuming you beat this. I'm doing less and less damage. Yeah, so you get a tier 1 item from this section every single time you beat it, which is nice, but there are 28 tier 1 items. I currently have 18, so I'd have to do this section 10 more times to get all of the tier 1 items, which is going to happen if I decide to keep playing this. The problem with that, though, is I don't know what happens after. I really doubt that I'll start collecting tier 2s from this. If I... Please pick those up. So I really doubt that I'll start picking up tier 2s if that does happen. I need some cooldown on this. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, and I've said this like 45 times, but I'm just kind of fighting these dogs and it's distracting. But basically, if I finish rolling tier 1 items, I don't know what this is going to give. Probably just double gold, which is okay, but it's also kind of blah, because you put all that time into it. You've done the run at least 28 times, and now you're going on to... Okay, he's getting those. And now you're, unfortunately... Oh, come on, people, I need the mana. I think you see what I mean. So the gist of this is, you have somebody, in this case our AMC, he's running back and forth between these sections. Essentially he is... There we go, true damage. He is escorting the bomb over to one of the sides. You have to do it twice on each side. And when that finishes, you'll get a final ice boss guy, who's not even a boss, he's just a regular mob. And you'll get a large crowd that'll form right over here. And then that crowd... Why don't you pick those up? I don't understand. It takes 5 seconds, but it gives us a lot of protection. I mean, a lot of sustain. I didn't need to cleanse him there, that was kind of a waste of mana, but again, like I have so much MP5 that it doesn't really matter. Heal these guys up, and we'll wait. Okay. I guess that was the last time. And I need to heal pretty drastically here. Once we get to the final area, you'll be able to see how, like, needed the heals are. I think he's done this, yeah. So this is what happens when you finish the... Nice. There's our chest, there's our tier 1 item. Glowing Emerald is not bad, but I'd like to have the tier 2 version of that, because that is much, much better. You can see that I'm rolling 3 tier 1s and 3 tier 2s. I really, really want to get better than that, because I'm just kind of stagmented, if that is even a word. I've come to a standstill in this, where I can't get far. I just can't seem to get any farther, unless I get tier 2 items. But I also can't get any tier 2 items because I'm not going any farther. So it's really just get some gold and hope that you get a decent tier 2. Now, I do like playing Raw better than Hell, and that's just because I like playing Raw better than Hell. In this mode, Hell is better than Raw. Okay, that was a mistake. And now I am flowing freely. Oh, I almost made it. And he died. It's not a big deal, he'll come back as soon as we kill off the aggro. Yeah, so I'm just bouncing around forever now. If you have a dash ability, it does not get rid of it. I'm just joking around with them, but I am actually kind of stuck here. Okay, I bounced in. Perfect. That was bothersome. If you're playing somebody like Chrononos who has the dash, you can just dash through, and it's pretty easy to get out of it with that. Okay. So my thinking was that we would do 2 runs, but I'm also not sure how long this is gonna take. So this AMC is the right idea. An archer is going to appear back here, and there he is. Basically, he's annoying as heck, and he does so much damage that if you don't get rid of him, he's going to punish you for it. Alright, let's heal up the lads, and we're going on to the boss. And I can't see the timer, but it has been about 10 minutes, so that's pretty good timing. We'll do 2 of these, I think. Okay, so this is where it gets tough. We're moving on to the boss now. This is the boss that you have to beat to get a tier 2. And there are a few tricks to this. The first trick is that you need to get him to half. So getting him to half sounds pretty easy. I mean, he does only do a certain amount of damage, and he does it mostly to single targets. But keep in mind that this guy does true damage, and he also has a lot of protections. Now these things here will heal him. You want to run into those. It's counter to what you would normally think about things, but you actually want to run into those. Now, playing Hell in this, the goal is basically just to keep your damage alive. We got him to half, which is perfect, and now we're on to the second phase of the match. This one's a little bit tough. You need to get all the fingers down to a good level, and by good level I mean low. Ooh, I got hit by that. So you need to get all the fingers down to... I missed. Oh, he killed him. Oh, that was a huge mistake for us. I might die here. Well, that's unfortunate, because if that Anubis had not killed the finger, then we would have been fine. Basically, what you have to do is you have to get them low. That was not my fault, buddy. It was his fault. But anyway. You have to drop them down low, and then you need to kill them all as quickly as possible. Like, if you drop them low, and then you hit them with a raw alt, for instance, like you hit a bunch of them in a row, then that's pretty much perfect. So, Bakasura is a god that I have not seen in this at all. I do not know how good he's going to be. This time, though, I'm thinking maybe Ra, but at the same time, maybe another healer. Like, I'd love to play Hades, because Hades is OP. Let's go Aphrodite. I have a bunch of Afro skins, so we'll use the Diva one, I think. Maybe, yeah, Diva. Okay, so this one's going to be a bit of a challenge. I haven't played Afro in this at all, but I know that she's good. I saw on the Smite Twitter that there were 3 gods, 3 people, like a group of 3 already made it through early on, I think it was a couple days ago, to the finish of the normal level. And I believe it was a Chrononos, an AMC, and an Aphrodite. 3, like group of 3. And those are the ones that won first. Like they beat the whole game on normal first. So, yeah, I think Afro's pretty good. I think Chrononos is pretty good. AMC, though, is a little bit more debatable. I'm not so sure about AMC. Now, it depends on how many items these people have to see if we can get farther than we did last time. The problem with last time was, I only got one tier 1 item, and I got like 400 gold, and that's it. So, we have to keep going here.
True art is unpredictable.
Over and over again. Until we can, should we go... I think extra MP5 is not a bad idea. I'm gonna get rid of that, and then we'll go, that's physical power, we don't need that. What did I do last time? I don't actually remember. Let's just do this. So we'll have a little bit more power than we did. And I don't think I'm missing out on anything critical, so... Okay, wow, this Medusa has a lot of items. Wow, these guys just in general have a lot of items. I do have a bunch of power, which is nice. I was thinking Bakasura before, just because... Okay, so I can't stun. Alright, that's good to know that I can't stun. But, like, this Medusa has an Odysseus bow, which I believe is tier 2. That's tier 3. Yeah, we've got good MP5. I'm glad that I got this MP5 tier 2. That was a lucky pick. Without it, we might not be able to do all this. But yeah, Heart Ward, which is, as odd as it may seem, a really good tier 3 to have, because it gives a lot of MP5. Aussie, which is, I believe, a tier 2. At least it's considered to be in this. Tier 2 of Executioner, and, Quins? This Bakasura has a lot of protections, which is pretty funny. Basically, I've just stuck to this Bakasura because he's been the one taking the brunt of the damage. So, may as well heal him up, of course. With Itch of All, we have such weird attack speed. That little extra bit, like 30% or whatever it is pretty significant when you're playing a guy that's not usually built with attack speed. Our physical power increasing does nothing to us, but it's still something. It's penetration, even though it's only physical penetration. He might go over and do that, I'm not sure. Yeah, having Odysseus' bow is nuts. That is really, really good. Crit as well. Oh, he died. And Aussie. Like, this is an insane build in this. That'd be so good. Alright. Usually I've been playing Hunters because I have Ichival, and obviously Ichival is very good on Hunters. I'm just gonna make him a little bit quicker just because I know... Okay, I ulted there so I wouldn't die and lose the protections that I have. Actually, sorry, it would be health and power that you lose when you die. Forgot to mention that. Also, there are 3 difficulty levels. They have normal, they have hard, and then they have nightmare. Oh yeah, this archer's a complete idiot and he'll fall off on his own if you hide in the corner. This is normal difficulty. I'm not ready for nightmare, needless to say. I think that would involve like a perfect build and every item. That's basically what that would be. We actually do a decent amount of damage. We have 55 power, which is quite a bit. If you like, you consider when you start off, you do all this with 0 power, and it's just straight up worse, straight up more difficult. Okay. We're doing really well. I really hope that we can go farther this time and beat Draugr. Like, this Medusa in particular is very strong, so... Who's gonna do it?
Love is always in style.
Okay, she's gonna do it, which is fine. I have less MP5 now because she's gone, which kinda sucks. One thing that I have to be careful of with Bakasura is, like, he's trying to eat stuff all the time, which is a good thing, but I don't want to kill the things that he's trying to eat. That would suck. Let's see how we do here. It's just the same thing as it was, and I mean, it's going to continue to be the same thing. Again, one thing I'm not sure about in this mode is what's even the point of it other than just having fun. I like mixing things up like this. It's a lot of fun to do that, but it's also kind of like, what's the reward? What's the point? I bet this Bakasura wishes he had my Ichival. So one thing that I've noticed is a pretty decent strategy is, like, you get in these massive groups. Oh, she died. But, you get in these massive groups, and what you want to do is finish them off, because they still do damage even when they're at low health. So finishing them off is pretty much key. I desperately need some cooldown. Rest in peace. We should be able to get Medusa back. Yeah, there we go. One thing though, in the Draugr fight, you cannot get your people back once they die. So, gotta be careful. I'm not using that correctly, because I know that you can hit for double damage, because on the 2 you can... yeah, on the 2 you can hit, and then hit again with the other person. So, not using that correctly. We are very slow to clear, I will say. Bakasura not having a lot of multi-target damage isn't helping. And me not having any penetration other than physical penetration, not helping much either. Alright, so I think that we have one left, because I still see a chain attached over there, so it'll be this one and then the final battle. It's too bad this guy doesn't have more attack speed. I think he'd be even better if he did. Well, obviously he will, but... One thing that I like about these modes a lot is you get to see the damage numbers a lot better. Like, you can see the effects of penetration a lot better. Penetration is seriously important in it as well. One thing that I noticed between this one and the last adventure is... Okay, this is definitely the final way. Is, it's so much harder to get stuff in this mode. Like, there's just... the drop rate is so much lower. And when you're limited to, when you're limited to only getting tier 1s out of this first chest, it really messes stuff up. Okay, so we got the first tier of breastplate. Pretty much useless, to be honest. Like, physical protection is definitely nice, but it's not very useful. Odysseus bow is OP. Are we gonna do this? Do we care? I guess we care. I'd love to get more gold, but at the same time I just kind of, I need to beat Draugr to get those tier 2s rather than grinding for years to try and get them. Like we're doing now, basically. That's a bad idea.
Love is always in style. Literally giving me life.
Ooh, that hurt. I'm really liking this tiny bit of lifesteal. I just like seeing the numbers come up, basically. Okay, let's do it. Okay, I messed myself up pretty bad there. And now I'm on course. Beautiful, we made it back. Oh, he might die. Whoops. So stuff like Bakasura's true damage is really good. Medusa having Aussie means that I don't have to heal her very much. I actually don't think I've healed her at all. Bakasura is top everything right now. It'd be cool if he could eat these huge guys. But I know that he can't eat the Fire Giant, for instance. Or the Bull Demon King on Joust, so... I believe that they have the same kind of text as those guys. Alright, we're gonna have to face off against this huge crowd here. Uh-oh.
Group up. Group up.
Don't do that, Medusa. Come and save us. Seriously.
Never ever getting that group up.
If I can make it out of this,
Thanks.
that'll be a miracle. Ooh, there we go. Basically, you can just keep walking back into this and healing to full, so...
Love is
Yeah, that kind of sucked. But anyway, we got it. Alright, back into the boss. This is where it gets challenging. Again, we've got to be careful. Stand in puddles, probably take tentacles down as well. I'm gonna hitch onto him again, exclusively because I know that... Ooh. His true damage is really, really bothersome. I don't have a lot of health, so... Oh wow, we were doing damage though. Okay, I tried to immune that, but it didn't work. Stand in it, stand in it. Stand in it. Stand in it, okay. Okay, we have to be really careful. Just careful with my tick damage. That did 400 damage to me? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to heal now. I'm not gonna be able to make it alive here. Stand in the center. Stand in the center. Okay, that one's gone, and last one here. Okay, we made it. So we beat the second phase of the boss, but now is where the tricky part comes. Oh crap, I didn't get him. Okay, so there's a trick here. I need to kiss this Medusa. And we're toast. Yeah, we just lost. So basically the trick of that is... I was trying to keep the Medusa alive, because if we had kept her alive there, then we would have been fine. Basically, I just hitch onto her, and then we move up to the top of the ship and heal out of the range of his abilities. Anyway, that kind of sucked, but that was a lot better than the previous one, and that's the closest I've been for a while, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. See you next time for more.